Pastor Benjamin Okedion, wey be religious leader, don talk about forgiveness and the importance. E tok say forgiveness na the ability to free ourselves from the things wey dey pain us from the past. E tok say forgiveness dey very very important if we wan show say we love God and we go please am.
The word forgiveness is you having the ability to let go. That is, to let go a hurt or wrong done to you. So you just look at the person, you have the power, the willpower, and you can do whatever you want to do, but you just look at the person from the heart of mercy, you forgive.
The pastor come talk say if person dey hold pain, bitterness and annoyance, e no dey good at all as e go dey very harmful to person life. E come also advise children of God say make dem release themselves from bitterness.
Forgiveness is a requirement for us to assess God's own forgiveness. Because even the Bible said, when Jesus was saying, he said, forgive others as you want God to forgive you. Now, if you as a child of God, you find it difficult to forgive people, why will God forgive you? So God won't forgive you if you don't have the capacity to forgive others, because forgiveness is a requirement to pleasing God. Anybody can err. A wise man said, to err is human and to forgive is divine. So as a child of God, that inherent ability is in us to let go of wrong if people wrong us. So we create the allowance and the benefit of the doubt that in case somebody does this, either in error or deliberately, you just have to let go so that you too will be forgiven. Because forgiveness is not only helping others, but it's helping you first. Because you are the one hurt. You have to let it go so that your prayer will not be hindered.
E still encourage people say make dem turn to forgiveness to their everyday life, say make dem dey make am be like their everyday exercise. E also talk say forgiveness no be only by action but na way of life, because e dey very important if person go need to dey see answers to im prayers.
It's natural as far as we are here on earth. We can step on toes. People can step on our toes. Now, as a child of God, we are not supposed to keep record of hurts. Even say when somebody asked Jesus, he said, how many times should my brother offend me? He says 70 times 7. Or 70 times 7, you know what it means. Now, it's indirectly saying there's no way somebody can hurt you into that number of times per day. So you have to naturally let it go, because unforgiveness or unforgiving can affect your personal life, because it is emotional. All these things are emotional. So if you capitalize on that, you hate the person, and the Bible says we should not hate. Now, if you look at all these things, as a child of God, if you want to live a good life, you want to live a life that is free from negative incumbrances, you have to, first of all, at the basics of your Christianity, forgiveness is a thing that you must know that you have to imbibe in your lifestyle. It's a virtue that does not grow in everyone's life, but you have to develop it.
Pastor Benjamin come talk about the wisdom of forgiveness, where he talk say if we forgive, we dey wise, because this na the principle of life.
If you forgive, you are wise. Those that let go, they let God. If you don't let go, you are not letting God, and that can affect you adversely, and it can hinder your prayers.
E also tell students say make dem dey pray for their lecturers wey dey do dem bad things, because most of dem dey do dem intentionally, and prayer fit change the mind of any lecturer.
Forgiveness, academic sector, and the country. For example, the Bible said we should pray for our land. What happens when you are praying? I'm going to cite an example. A friend of mine many years ago, he's a big pastor in this Benin. So somebody posted something to me, and they said, please, let's pray for people in the north, because the north is boiling right now. Then they were killing people, Christians, going to churches and burn down churches. I felt concerned. I was already praying, so I just called this person. I said, please, I'm sending you a message now. Let's team up. You know what he said? He replied me and said, if God, are you telling me God is not seeing what is happening? He said, it's a waste of time praying for your country, your nation. He said it does not. So I was disappointed to hear that from a man of God of his class. My dear, from that day, I told myself I want to serve God by myself. Whatever I want to do, I do it. I don't need, seconding of anybody for me to do whatever I need to do. I don't need validation from anybody. If I want to do it, I just go ahead and do it. Now, for example, you are in academic sector and your lecturer is victimizing you, perhaps as opposite sex. How can you forgive such person? And let me tell you, there's a way out. The Bible says, pray for them that despitefully use you. So when you know this person, anybody that hurt you deliberately, they lack Christian virtue. So just look at that person at that particular time. That person is not born. He may be born again, but is walking in error. Let go. You can pray for your lecturer, and your lecturer will begin to see a different you, not seeing you the way he sees other student in the school. So you have to maintain your relationship, your intimacy with God. When your intimacy is in place, it is God that will intimidate the man, or it could be a man or a woman, whosoever that is working against you, depend on your sex. Now, when you see that whatever you commit into God's hand, God will take care of. Then you put everything in God's hand.
You still talk about the nation, say make we forgive and pray for our leaders, because prayers will bring good changes for our country.
What is happening in our nation today is appalling. I keep telling people, if I have my way, I won't stay in this country. Not one bit. Though my family are not here. I go there, come back, but because I have a structure here, there's no way I can move, because God has established me here. I just need to do it. Well, what do? We keep praying, trusting God that someday, sometime, God will change our government. Nigeria is the best place for us to stay, but we have bad leadership. Nigeria is a good land. It's a place that everybody will want to stay. We have good weather. We have everything we need. If you take fruit now, you eat it and you throw the seed on the ground, on its own it will grow. But that don't happen abroad. You have to mechanize it. You have to do a lot of stuff to make sure that your tomato will grow, your mango will grow, whatever, So we still need to pray for the goodness of God in this land. We still need to forgive our leaders and keep praying for them. I want to say this, like I said earlier, to err is human and to forgive is divine. You were created in God's own image, because the Bible said, and God said, let us make man. So you are not a figment of an imagination. You are a programmed, decisive creation of God. So you are godly. Now, as a God man, God woman here on earth, you are somebody is bound to offend you. Create the allowance that, look, no matter what, I'm going to forgive this person. When you procure forgiveness, you create allowance for benefits.
This message wey Apostle Benjamin give us, dey remind us say forgiveness gets power to heal our wounds and bring back our joy. Make we all for dey live in peace. My name na Okwelebe God's Blessing, and I dey report for Oberland TV.